Are you afraid of purchasing a haunted house? Well, these are the states where you're going to want to have the Ghostbusters on speed dial.
So we stumbled upon this article on homeadvisor.com titled "The Probability of Buying Haunted Houses in the U.S." And I'm going to share an excerpt here with you. It says, "We know buying a home can be scary enough without worrying about moving into a house with paranormal residents. So what are the odds of ending up in a flat full of ghosts in the United States?" Their paranormal home inspectors took a deep dive into which states have the highest concentration of hauntings. And we're going to share some of that information with you today.
So to be considered a haunted house, these investigators looked at homes all across the United States, and what they looked for were homes where they had deaths inside the house, perhaps it was a homicide, or reports of paranormal activity. So let's get into the data here, the statistics. So the likelihood of buying a haunted house across the United States, according to their data, was about 13%, which is a relatively higher number than I would imagine. But that was based on the number of homes for sale and the potential number of haunted houses out there. So the national average is 13%. All right, so the lowest probability state was at just 3.5%, and the most highest likely state was all the way up to a 30% factor, which is pretty considerable. Here's a chart of all the states. If you can find your state that you live in. Here we are in California, and based on their data, it was a 17.9% probability that the house you could be looking at could be haunted, which is a lot higher number than I would have anticipated.
Same.
So very interesting here. Hopefully you can identify your state on this graph. Do us a favor, put in the comments down below, what's the probability that the haunted house is in your state? What's that number? Put it down in the comments. But let's get into the top 5 most likely haunted houses.
Yeah, so the most haunted states for home buyers, and we'll put up the infographic on the screen here. New Jersey coming in at number 1, haunted probability 30.2%.
That's incredible.
That is a hefty number. Followed by Ohio, where the haunted probability is 29.9, New York 27.4, New Hampshire 26.9, and finally Massachusetts at 23.5%.
So if you're curious about which states have the lowest probability of perhaps purchasing a haunted house, coming in at the least number is Wyoming at 4.1%. Julie, what was the state that had the lowest probability here?
Yeah, the absolute lowest was Idaho, coming in at 3.5%. So that's much better than the 30% that we saw with the other ones.
Absolutely. So if you are scared of ghosts, you might want to consider a move to one of those 2 states. What do you think? Do you believe in haunted houses out there? We'd love to hear your comments down below. And like we say each and every week, if you want to see more of our spooky videos, hit that subscribe button right down below and you'll be seeing our content each and every week. Thank you so much for watching.